Why didn't you tell that one in your joke of the day? Yours one was rubbish.
It was rubbish. I'd already told a lot of people that joke, so
Oh, right, okay.
I've used it.
George had a good one on the team group yesterday, did she tell you?
Oh, was it the one about seeing...
About Wilson.
Oh, yeah.
Why do you see Fran with...
So actually, the joke that you made the other day was the best joke so far, because you ran it by.
Oh, right, okay. Low standard.
Hey! Anyone want a microphone? There you are. Who wants to go first? Me. More politely, I suppose we could say that was not a good day administratively for cricket. What's your immediate response?
Yeah, cricket's a funny sport, isn't it?
It is when you play it.
Obviously frustrated. There was no chance of us getting out today, I don't think. Obviously the weather's cost us. Yeah, we're just gutted we didn't have the chance to obviously fight for a place in that final. There's not a lot we can do. We obviously lost that first game against South Africa, which ultimately cost us. But our aim was to make the semi-finals and then hopefully play our best cricket towards then. And obviously we've had that chance taken away from us.
Not having a reserve day, that's in the playing conditions, but the ECB signed off on those, every other competing board signed off on those. Do you need to have some conversations with people when you get home about why they can't look at the detail in the playing conditions for obvious mistakes like that?
Oh, look, it was the rules obviously everyone signed up to. You'd hope now that obviously there's been this situation and the game tonight is potentially going to be rained off as well. You'd hope now that there's going to be a rule change and moving forward, no other team will have to obviously experience going out of a World Cup on a rain or purely because of rain. So yeah, hopefully it changes. But obviously for us, we're just frustrated that it's come to this.
And you'd be quite emotional in your team, Rome. You've put a couple of years into building up towards this event, and then to not actually be able to contest it.
Yeah, obviously it's gutting. You put in a lot of hard work. You want to have the chance to showcase your skills and show that you can perform on the biggest stage. And obviously in knockout games in World Cups, there's no bigger stage than that. So yeah, obviously we're gutted. There's not a lot we can do about it. Unfortunately, it is what it is. We're just going to have to sort of rue that first game and try and move on. But it's going to be a bitter pill to swallow, I think, for a few of us for a while.
Heather, I understand that part of it is a short turnaround between the Thursday and Sunday, apparently. As a player, I take it you wouldn't have any issue playing a semi-final on a Friday and a final on Sunday, even if you have to travel between?
No, we did it in the last World Cup. If it meant we were going to play it, of course, we wouldn't have an issue with it, but those are the rules, unfortunately, and there was no sort of room for wiggle. So there's not a lot we can do. We can talk about it, but it doesn't change our situation.
How much did emotions change at all during that, or was it just sort of you got to the ground and it was just resigned to the fact that it probably wasn't going to happen today?
It looked pretty unlikely from last night, to be fair, that obviously we weren't going to get a game of cricket. I think it'd be nice not to have the jokes about English weather now. I think 2017 was the least cancelled games of any tournament around the world, so that's a one positive to take from the day.
You said that the semis were your sort of first aim of this tournament. Just stepping away from what's happened today, do you think the tournament has put you in a good position now to build after what was a very disappointing home summer? Yeah, definitely. The signs have been really good. Obviously, we had that really close game against South Africa, which we fought back really well to take it to that last over. Unfortunately, couldn't get over the line. But yeah, I think the signs are really good. We've obviously brought in some new players, which have done outstandingly. Sarah Glenn, for me, in particular, has been one that's been a real find for us. We always thought she'd be great in Australian conditions, and she's gone and proved us massively right in that respect, and really chuffed her as well. And obviously we've got a couple of young spinners who are doing very well. So yeah, the signs are really good. Obviously this one will hurt for a little bit, but yeah, we'll have a little bit of a break, and we've obviously got a lot of big tournaments coming up in the next few years. So that's going to be something that's going to drive us to keep pushing forward and keep improving as a side. Different format next year in New Zealand, but do you suspect this squad will form the core to take you through the next 12 months to the 50 over World Cup? Yeah, it's not that far away now, is it? Less than 12 months. So yeah, I think we're really clear on sort of what our best side is at the moment, particularly in T20 cricket. Obviously ODI cricket is slightly different, but we feel like we've got a real group of players that can obviously go and defend that title that we won in 2017.
this tournament was billed as a real turning point for women's cricket and women's sport more broadly. Does today being such a farce take any gloss off that from your point of view?
Well, I guess it's sad for the tournament, isn't it? You've got 4 really good teams competing and hoping to play some really good cricket. Obviously, that's taken away from us, but I'm sure the final will be a great event, whoever's there. Obviously, we don't know the result of the second game, but it's not looking likely either. But I think it's going to be a great sort of day and game for the sport as a general. And yeah, I'll be there as a fan. Obviously, gutted we won't be there as players, but I think it has been a brilliant tournament. So that's obviously made it even more of a shame that we obviously lost today.
This tournament has often been about legacy for women and girls in cricket. Am I right in saying you offered some equipment to some young spectators after the game? Can you talk us through that?
Yeah, the bat was pretty short actually, so I'm not sure they'll be the best pleased with it. The handle's nearly hanging off. But I think the tournament's been outstanding. Obviously, the way it's been publicised, the amount of press it's got, the amount of young girls and boys that have sort of seen cricket for girls as an equal billing to the boys, which has been outstanding. So obviously today is disappointing, but it won't take too much shine off where the sport has gone, and you see if the money's putting into publicising it and putting it out there that people do want to come watch it.
Heather, you mentioned in the most unambiguous terms that none of your teammates would ever engage in running a non-striker out, backing up. Looking back at that South Africa game, do you think that dismissal or the non-dismissal cost you the World Cup?
No. Next question.
Sophie Eccleston. Do you see her as somebody who could take up the leadership reins in the next few years, the way she's evolved and her becoming the #1 ranked T20 bowler? Your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think she's a very good character. Whether she'll be in a leadership role, I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if Sophie would want that herself. I think she is a brilliant young player, and she is brilliant because she has that freedom and she keeps it very simple. She's a real dominant character, actually. She can really sort of influence the group in a positive way. So, yeah, I see her as being a leader of those young girls, showing them the ropes in international cricket. And the good thing about Sophie is she never shies away from the big moments. That's what makes her the best bowler in the world in T20 cricket at the moment. And she's still got a lot of work to do. She's still got things she can get better at. And I'd like to see her getting up the order in a few years as well. So, yeah, she's still got a lot to work on in that respect. But, yeah, she's a leader in the group already, and hopefully that continues.
Heather, just putting today in context, there's obviously been disappointments across your international career. You've lost finals. Is this the most disappointing day of your England career?
No, I don't think so. Obviously, it's been taken out of our hands a little bit with the weather. There's not a huge amount you can do about it. So, yeah, there's been lots of disappointment, but we'll have to move on from this. It will be a bitter pill, like I said earlier, because we haven't been able to sort of have our own destiny in our hands. But yeah, it's happened and there's nothing we can do about it now.
Harmanpreet Kaur said after the game that India had kind of talked about the possibility of a semi-final washout and had therefore gone into the group stages thinking, right, we need to win every game. Was that something you talked about as an England team?
No, Harman must have got a crystal ball out, so I'll have to borrow that off her, I think, for the next tournament. No, you don't think about that. It's such a unique situation. So, yeah, no, we didn't discuss it. We just wanted to get to the semi-finals and win. We plan to try and win every game that we can.
The standout takeaways with regards to your working under Lisa Keightley through this tournament specifically?
Sorry, say that again?
The standout takeaways with regards to working under the new coach?
Yeah, well, Lisa's very relaxed in how she goes about things, and that's a style I've quite enjoyed working with. I feel like we've built a good relationship. Obviously, she hasn't been in the role for a long time, and obviously before a world event, you don't want to change too much. So I'm sure we'll sit down together once the dust has settled on this and try and plan the next path for the side, where we want to get better, where we want to go as a side. So yeah, that'll be exciting when we get back.
Catherine Brunt, do you see her featuring in England's ODI setup for the next World Cup?
I hope so, yeah. If her back holds up.
Cheers, guys. Thanks
Cool.
very much.
Thank you.
Great to see such a full room as well. Just look forward to the next World Cup.
Thank you.
Thanks. We're going back to back, are we?
Yep.
Yeah, so who's got it?
Okay.
Yeah.
Sir? Questions in English first, followed by a few in Hindi.
Harmanpreet, how does that feel, reaching a final in that manner?
Well, see, we knew from the day one when we going to start this tournament that we have to win all the games, because according to rule, if we won't get a match because of any condition, then whoever is the top in the league, that team is going to play the final, and that's how we started. It was very unfortunate that we didn't get game today, but these are the rules. We can't help it.
What's the feeling like in your rooms? It must be a strange halfway feeling. You don't have the happiness of a win, but you know that you're playing a final at the same time.
Yeah, I know it's a little strange thing, because we didn't get the game, but we all were ready to play. We all were hoping that rain can stop and we should get game, because these games are very important, because everybody was looking to watch, and we were also so keen to play, because that is high quality game, and we didn't want to miss at all. But unfortunately, because of the rain, we were not able to get it.
Next up, you have to go to the MCG, a big crowd expected. What can you do to prepare your players for that big occasion?
Well, we just need to keep doing the right things, what we have done so far. We just wanted to go there and play our best cricket.
Questions in English?
Obviously, 2017 you played in a World Cup final at Lords, which I imagine is arguably the biggest event you've played in. But the prospect of what we'll see on Sunday in terms of crowd figures at the MCG, I think there's been 60,000 tickets sold already. Would that be the biggest game of your career?
We are hoping that we should get, because everybody is looking very positive about women's cricket at this moment, and hopefully, like we got in the last 2017 World Cup final, and this year also we are hoping if we get it, that will be very good for the women's cricket.
And I know we spoke about it pre-tournament, about what this tournament can mean for cricket back in India and women's cricket back in India, but have you had similar experiences this time around as to what you experienced a few years ago, obviously with people outside your house or anything like that? Is there any sort of anything there, I guess?
Well, my parents are here, they are watching. They wanted to watch today's game, but unfortunately they didn't get to watch. First time they were going to watch me playing cricket, because my dad did when I was in school. But my mother never watched me play cricket, and she was there. I don't know like what is happening back home, because right now our more focus is on cricket other than other things.
Okay, one more. Do you have a chance? Do you think about in the next few days what it can mean, though, if you do win on Sunday, what it can mean for back home? Does that go through your mind, or do you try and block it out and not let that enter your thinking?
Well, definitely we'll get a lot of attention from the people, because everybody wants us to play good cricket, and they are expecting us to do well, and we will try to give our best. If we win, definitely we'll get a lot of attention and a lot of love from back home.
What does it mean for you to have your parents here and to be supporting you?
Well, it means a lot, because from day one I wanted them to watch me playing cricket, and today I got this opportunity there. They have come here to watch all of us playing, and I hope we get all the support from all the parents and try to win this tournament.
I presume they'll be there on Sunday as well?
Sorry?
Will they be there on Sunday?
Yes, definitely. They have come for the finals only.
Any more questions in English?
अरमान, जस्ट लुकिंग बैक, 3 साल में दूसरा फाइनल है इंडियन टीम के लिए, एक ऐसे समय पे जब 2017 वर्ल्ड कप से पहले लगा नहीं कि इंडियन टीम सेमीफाइनल भी पहुंच पाएगी आईसीसी टूर्नामेंट के लिए. सो वो टीम कितनी इवॉल्व हुई है, टीम कल्चर स्पेशली कितना चेंज हुआ है तब से?
मुझे ऐसे लगता है कि जितने भी अभी टीम में प्लेयर्स हैं सबको अच्छा क्रिकेट खेलना है. सब चाहते हैं कि जैसे नो डाउट एवरीबडी फॉलो इंडियन मेंस क्रिकेटर्स, क्योंकि वो जब भी अच्छा करते हैं उनको जो क्राउड से प्यार मिलता है, सब कुछ मिलता है. तो वीमेंस क्रिकेटर्स भी ऐसे ही चाहते हैं कि जैसे हम अच्छा क्रिकेट खेलेंगे हमें लोगों से अच्छा प्यार मिलेगा, सब हमें सपोर्ट करेंगे. तो आई थिंक सारे प्लेयर्स आज की डेट में अपना बेस्ट देना चाहते हैं सो दैट टीम अच्छा करे. और 2017 से पहले जो हमने क्वालिफायर्स खेला था 2016, वो हमारे लिए बहुत बड़ा रोल था. उसने बहुत बड़ा रोल प्ले करा बिकॉज उसमें जब हमने अच्छा क्रिकेट खेला और सारी टीम को जो कॉन्फिडेंस आया था, वो कॉन्फिडेंस आई थिंक अभी तक हम लोग कैरी कर रहे हैं. और सारे सबको बिकॉज बैक टू बैक जब हम मैचेस जीत रहे थे, सबको अपनी स्ट्रेंथ पता चल रही थी कि हम किस तरह का क्रिकेट खेल सकते हैं और अपनी टीम के लिए हर रोज़ जाकर अच्छा परफॉर्म कर सकते हैं. तो आई थिंक डे बाय डे जो हमने 2016 से लेके आज तक सारे प्लेयर्स में बहुत सारे चेंजेस आए हैं, उनका कॉन्फिडेंस बहुत हाई हुआ है. तो आई थिंक 4-5 ईयर्स में उससे पहले का जो हार्ड वर्क था वो सारा अभी पे हो रहा है.
और 2000 ये टूर्नामेंट की शुरुआत, ये टूर की शुरुआत हुई गवर्नर जनरल के खिलाफ एक हार. तो वहाँ से लेके आज आप एक फर्स्ट टाइम T20 वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल खेल रहे हो. वो जर्नी कैसे हुई? क्योंकि कॉन्फिडेंस शेकिंग लॉस, फिर इंग्लैंड और ऑस्ट्रेलिया के खिलाफ जीत और अभी अनडिफीटेड इन द टूर्नामेंट. क्या उलटफेर हुई है ड्रेसिंग रूम में, क्या इमोशंस आए?
वेल जब हमने यहाँ पर जब हम लोग लैंड करे थे तो वी न्यू, क्योंकि अगर आप देखोगे तो हमारी टीम में सिर्फ 2-3 प्लेयर हैं जिन्होंने ऑस्ट्रेलिया में आके काफ़ी क्रिकेट खेला है. उसके बिना काफ़ी सारे न्यू फेसेस थे जो आकर फर्स्ट टाइम ऑस्ट्रेलिया में खेलने वाले थे. तो वो जो फर्स्ट गेम था वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट था हमारे लिए. ऑल्दो हम लोग नहीं जीत पाए थे, हम लोग अच्छा क्रिकेट नहीं खेल पाए थे उस दिन, बट वी ऑल न्यू कि ये क्रिकेट में होता रहता है. समटाइम्स अच्छी टीम हार भी जाती है, लेकिन द बेस्ट थिंग अबाउट आवर टीम कि हम लोगों ने अपना कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं खोया. और हम लोगों को पता था कि इट वाज फर्स्ट गेम एंड वी ऑल वांटेड, मतलब सबको चाहते थे कि हम लोग वो मैच जीते, लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली हम लोग वो मैच नहीं जीत पाए थे. लेकिन द बेस्ट थिंग अबाउट कि किसी ने भी होप्स नहीं छोड़े, सब लोग ने अपने जो हमारा जो फोकस था उसको स्टिल रखा और टीम के लिए अच्छा करते रहे.
हरमन, पिछले साल आप क्रिकेट छोड़ना चाहते थे. एक वक्त ऐसा आया था आप शायद कंसिडर कर रहे थे कि आप क्रिकेट में ना रहे. आज टू बिकम द फर्स्ट इंडियन कैप्टन टू लीड द टीम इनटू T20 वर्ल्ड कप फाइनल, कितना महत्वपूर्ण है ये पर्सनली आपके लिए, प्रोफेशनली आपके करियर में? 10 साल हो गए आपको इंटरनेशनल क्रिकेट खेलते हुए, इतने सारे उतार चढ़ाव रहे हैं. हरमनप्रीत कौर के लिए क्या मायने रखते हैं?
वेल जैसे इंडिविजुअल प्लेयर के करियर में ये चीज़ें आती रहती है कि जब एक टाइम वो अच्छे पीक में रहता है, उसको हर एक चीज़ इजी लगती है, और एक टाइम ऐसे आता है कि जब आपको लगता है कि बेबी अभी टाइम आ चुका है कि शायद, क्योंकि फॉर मी इट्स मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट कि आई शुड गो एंड एन्जॉय. इफ़ आई एम नॉट एन्जॉइंग देन मुझे वो चीज़ करनी अच्छी नहीं लगती, क्योंकि फोर्सफुली आई कॉन्ट डू थिंग्स, क्योंकि और भी लोग हैं जो मेरे से बेटर कर सकते हैं और मेरी प्लेस में और अच्छा टीम के लिए कर सकते हैं. तो दैट टाइम आई वॉज नॉट एन्जॉइंग. बट उस टाइम पे जो अच्छा हुआ, मेरा जो स्पोर्ट्स स्टाफ था, माई फैमिली मेम्बर, सब ने मुझे बहुत सपोर्ट करा. सब ने मुझे यही बोला कि, और उस टाइम पे अनफॉर्चुनेटली मुझे इंजरी भी हो गई थी. और जैसे आई रियली ट्रस्ट इन गॉड, जो भी होता अच्छे के लिए होता, और आई गॉट दैट ब्रेक. और उस टाइम के दौरान मैंने अपने आप को टाइम दिया और आई स्पेंड मोर टाइम विद माई फैमिली सो दैट वापस से मैं अपने जो बचपन के दिन थे उनको याद करूँ, जब मुझे सिर्फ क्रिकेट खेलना था, उसके बिना कोई भी XYZ चीज़ों पे अपना फोकस नहीं करना था. तो मेरे टीम मेंबर्स ने, स्पोर्ट्स स्टाफ ने, सब ने मुझे बहुत सपोर्ट करा. तो आई थिंक अगर आज इस जगह पे खड़े हैं तो आई थिंक सबकी दुआएं हैं उसके पीछे.
हरमन, जब आप ये टूर शुरू कर रहे थे आपने कहा था कि हम जीत के ज़रूर आएंगे अगर हम अपने मेंटल ब्लॉक्स को कॉन्कर कर पाए, हम अगर मेंटली उतना अलर्ट हो. आपने ये मेंटल एस्पेक्ट ऑफ द गेम पर कितना काम किया है इस टाइम पे, सिर्फ आप अपना नहीं पर टीम का भी?
वेल जब भी हम लोगों ने इस टूर्नामेंट में काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें, जैसे कि हम हमेशा साथ में रहना, एक दूसरे को मोटिवेट करते रहना, और जितना भी हमारा स्पोर्ट्स स्टाफ है सब बहुत हेल्पिंग है, सब बहुत पॉजिटिव है। हम लोगों को जब भी क्रिकेट के बिना 1-2 दिन ऑफ मिल रहा था, हम ट्राई कर रहे थे कि एक साथ टाइम स्पेंड करें, बिकॉज एक दूसरे को हेल्प करें, क्योंकि जब आप थोड़े भी टाइम के लिए टीम से अलग हो जाते हो, जब आप क्रिकेट नहीं खेल रहे होते, तो उस टाइम पे जो टाइम होता है उस टाइम पे आप कभी कभी फोकस नहीं रह पाते और आपका फोकस इधर उधर चला जाता है। सो व्हाट वी डिड के हम सब साथ में रहें और एक दूसरे को मोटिवेट करते रहें, एक दूसरे को ट्रस्ट करते रहें कि हम किस कैपेबल के हैं और हम क्या टीम के लिए कर सकते हैं। तो हम लोगों ने एज ए यूनिट काम करना स्टार्ट करा, एंड मोर ओवर हमारा जो फोकस था वो टीम परफॉर्मेंस के ऊपर था, सो दैट जब आप टीम परफॉर्मेंस पे ज़्यादा फोकस करते हो तो इंडिविजुअल जो आई कैन से कि जो स्ट्रेस होता है या फिर जो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज होती हैं वो थोड़ी कम हो जाती हैं, क्योंकि जब आप एज ए टीम काम करते हो, जब एक टीम को 100% नहीं दे रहा तो दूसरा आपको आगे हेल्प करता है। सो वी ऑल ट्राइंग टू हेल्प ईच अदर, तो आई थिंक वो काफ़ी हमारे लिए हेल्पफुल रहा।
आपका बर्थडे भी है फाइनल्स के दिन, तो डबल पार्टी का प्लान है आपका?
आई होप, क्योंकि मैंने कभी भी अपने बर्थडे को इतना सेलिब्रेट नहीं करा। सो अगर हम 8 मार्च को जीतते हैं तो मेरे लिए काफ़ी बड़ा दिन होगा, एंड आई होप मेरा बर्थडे मेरे कंट्री के लिए लकी रहे।
एज अ कैप्टन भी 2018 के हिसाब से क्या आप में एक अलग मैच्योरिटी आई है? बाहर से ऐसे लग रहा है कि भले आप अभी तक रन्स अभी ज़्यादा नहीं बनाए, एज अ कैप्टन आपने कंट्रीब्यूशन काफ़ी ज़्यादा किया है, बॉलर्स को बहुत अच्छी तरह से मैनेज किया है, जहां आपको सिर्फ इस टूर्नामेंट में 5 ही बॉलर यूज़ करने पड़े हैं, और टीम एनवायरनमेंट ऐसा बनाया है जहाँ पे यंगस्टर्स आके एक्सप्रेस कर सकते हैं खुद को। तो क्या ये चीज़ कॉन्शियसली हुई है या बस अनकॉन्शियसली एक्सपीरियंस के साथ, जैसे सर ने बोला जितना ज़्यादा करोगे उतना आप अच्छा करते रहते हो?
आई थिंक आपने काफ़ी अच्छा रीड करा, क्योंकि एज ए बैटर जब आप अच्छी फॉर्म में नहीं रहते हो तो इट्स वेरी इजी कि आपका दिमाग थोड़ा शेक कर जाए, लेकिन ओवर द ईयर जो मेच्योरिटी आ रही है मेरे अंदर, और चीज़ों को जल्दी से अंडरस्टैंड करना, क्योंकि पहले 2-3 साल पहले आई वॉज वेरी एग्रेसिव ऑन द फील्ड, जब भी कुछ भी रहता था जल्दी से गुस्सा आता था, एंड देन बट नाउ थिंग्स आर गेटिंग चेंज, और मुझे उस चीज़ से रिजल्ट मिल रहा है। चाहे अभी मेरे लिए ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट होता है कि जितना टीम अच्छा करे, अगर मेरा अच्छा नहीं हो रहा तो मुझे बाकी दूसरों से कैसे टीम के लिए अच्छा करवाना है, क्योंकि एंड ऑफ द डे ये टीम एफर्ट है, जितना टीम एफर्ट करेगी अच्छा उतना ही टीम का रिजल्ट अच्छा होगा। और अगर मेरा दिन अच्छा नहीं जा रहा, दैट डजंट मीन कि मुझे अभी एक कोना पकड़ के खड़े हो जाना है एंड जस्ट कीप थिंकिंग अबाउट माई थिंग्स कि मेरा ये अच्छा नहीं हो रहा, वो अच्छा नहीं हो रहा। बट मेरे लिए राइट नाउ इट्स नॉट ओनली अबाउट माई परफॉर्मेंस, मेरे लिए जितने भी मेरे टीम मेंबर्स हैं ग्राउंड पे खड़े हैं उन सब की परफॉर्मेंस उतनी ही इम्पॉर्टेंट है। और आई थिंक जो भी मैं अपने ऑन फील्ड अपने प्लेयर्स को बोल रही हूँ, दे आर ट्रस्टिंग मी, दे आर ट्राइंग टू डू थिंग्स अकॉर्डिंगली, क्योंकि जब आप एक लाइन पे चलते हो, एक रास्ते पे चलते हो तो मंजिल और क्लियर दिखती है। तो आई थिंक इट्स ऑल अबाउट ट्रस्टिंग ईच अदर, और एक दूसरे को ट्रस्ट कर कर ही आज हम यहाँ पहुँचे।
सिडनी आपके लिए बहुत स्पेशल रहा है, हालांकि थंडर नहीं गिरा इधर आज। लुकिंग बैक एट द WBBL सीजन या फिर आपकी नॉर्थ सिडनी ओवल में जो परफॉर्मेंस रही थी फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड कप 2009, वहाँ से लेके आज तक एज अ बैटर एंड एज वेल एज अ पर्सन जो आपकी एवोल्यूशन रही है, वहाँ पे सिडनी का क्या पर्सनली महत्वपूर्ण रखता है? स्पेशली आपके फैमिली मेम्बर्स भी कुछ रहते हैं इधर, सो व्हाट डज द सिटी मीन टू यू हरमनप्रीत?
आई गेस जैसे नॉट ओनली कि जब मैंने यहाँ पे आके क्रिकेट खेलना स्टार्ट करा, एक्चुअली बचपन से ही जैसे हम क्रिकेट खेलते थे उस टाइम पे ऑस्ट्रेलियन क्रिकेट बहुत अच्छा करती थी, मेंस हमेशा मेंस क्रिकेट जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया की रहती थी वो काफ़ी डोमिनेटिंग होती थी। तो मुझे हमेशा ये रहता था कि ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जाके शायद वहाँ पे एटमॉस्फेयर में भी ऐसा ही है कि आप जाओगे और वो वो नेचुरली आपकी बैटिंग में वो फ्लो आ जाता होगा, क्योंकि यहाँ पर विकेट्स इतने अच्छे हैं, अच्छा बॉल टाइम होता है। तो वो सारी चीज़ें जब आप पहले से सोचते रहते हो, पहले से उस चीज़ों के लिए प्रिपेयर रहते हो, तो ऑटोमेटिकली आप आके वहाँ पे फिर रिएक्ट करना स्टार्ट कर देते हो। तो आई थिंक बचपन से मैंने जो ऑस्ट्रेलिया क्रिकेट था और ऑस्ट्रेलिया ग्राउंड्स थे उनको बहुत एडमायर करा था, तो वही एक रीज़न था। एंड देन सेकेंडली मेरी फैमिली यहाँ पे रहती है, मेरी माई कज़न सिस्टर लिव हियर, तो उसकी वजह से भी मुझे काफ़ी सपोर्ट मिला, क्योंकि जब आपका फैमिली मेम्बर आपके पास रहता है तो आपके लिए काफ़ी अच्छा रहता है, क्योंकि आपको आउटिंग मिलती रहती है, बच्चों के साथ टाइम स्पेंड करने के लिए मिल जाता है. सो ऑल ओवर इट वॉज वेरी गुड एक्सपीरियंस फॉर मी. Thank you very much.
Give her a round. Strong side. Mix zone for England if anyone's interested.